Today we're in the brand new immersive Mission Possible exhibit as part of the National Lottery Heritage Fund Slimbridge 75 project, which aims to talk about our founder, Sir Peter Scott, and the inspiring work he did for wetlands and species. When you first come into the exhibit, the first thing you will see is the nēnē, or the Hawaiian goose. The nēnē is fundamentally a Canada goose that got a little bit lost, ended up on Hawaii, and evolved into its own individual species. They evolved partially webbed feet to help them walk over cooled lava flows, and an inquisitive nature so they can make the most out of this new novel habitat. Unfortunately, introduced pests, predators and loss of habitat caused the species to become really quite endangered, and in the 1950s there were fewer than 30 birds left on Earth. Peter Scott became increasingly concerned about the nēnē, and working with colleagues in America had 3 birds sent here to Slimbridge. Utilising the skills that he and his avicultural team had pioneered rearing ducks, geese and swans, they were able to propagate the birds here at Slimbridge and send approximately 200 birds back to Hawaii. The nēnē has been a huge conservation success, being down-classified to vulnerable with over 2,000 birds still found in Hawaii. Unfortunately, habitat loss and degradation is still a major issue, and the majority of nēnē geese are currently seen on golf courses as they provide better food than the natural habitat. So when you come here to Slimbridge to Mission Possible, you will be introduced to our nēnēs on your own Hawaiian golf course. As you continue through the exhibit, you'll come to our clubhouse, where inside you'll learn all of the interesting and innovative techniques that we developed here for aviculture in the field and at Slimbridge. Everything from field candling an egg, holding an egg up to the sun so you can see a developing embryo inside, to helping develop innovative incubators for ducks, geese and swans. You'll also see a small duckery with a selection of ducklings, possibly including the Laysan duck, was one of the world's rarest birds. In the early 1900s it was down to less than 12 individuals. The final section of Mission Possible talks about the amazing work to save the Madagascar pochard. Once thought to be extinct, this was the world's rarest bird when rediscovered in 2006, with only a handful of individuals found. They were found on a volcanic crater lake in the north, and this was unfortunately the last refuge due to widespread habitat destruction all the way across Madagascar. The adult birds were able to survive on this lake, but because it was so deep, the ducklings weren't able to find enough food, and it was unsustainable. In the early 2000s, WWT and partners launched a rescue mission to save eggs from the lake and rear them in captivity. Many techniques that we used were designed here at WWT, and we even utilised a hotel bathroom to breed and rear these birds in captivity. Now, almost a decade later, there's 100 birds in a captive centre in Madagascar, and we've started work on restoring a lake, Lake Sofia, to make it suitable to house these birds. In 2018, we released birds onto Lake Sofia, and already these birds have thrived and begun to breed. The Madagascar pochard is a perfect example of how species conservation works in tune with wetland creation and sustainable livelihoods for the people that rely on the wetlands. So next time you're down at WWT Slimbridge, come down to Mission Possible, meet the nēnē geese and see how WWT saves species and wetlands.